Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back. Once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, we are continuing Wolverine the X-Men. Holy crap. Season 1, Episode 7. Wolverine versus Hulk. I saw that title and went, holy fucking shit. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Oh my gosh. I'm loving this show. Loving the hell out of this show. It's definitely, to me, one of the better Marvel shows I've seen throughout, you know, all the Marvel shows they've done. I've not seen every single Marvel series they've ever done animation-wise, but so far to me, this is so well done in terms of character and character moments and action and story. I just think they're doing a really good job, and it's really making me more and more upset that this is it. It's one season and done, you know, and there's so many questions left to answer, and I'm hoping we get some answers before the end, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm worried once we get through all the episodes in Season 1, and there's going to be a lot of things left open-ended or left unanswered, and it's going to really frustrate me because I'm tired of watching shows like this, but at the same time, I have to appreciate, you know, what they did, you know, for the amount of time they actually had. You know, at least they got a full season out of Wolverine and the X-Men, but the thing is, they had already planned for all this stuff for Season 2, but, you know, it's just stupid. It's stupid. It is what it is. Last episode, of course, was the Nightcrawler episode. I feel like that was a very strong episode in terms of all these mutants trying to get away from being, you know, arrested and being placed in prisons or whatever just because they're mutants, going to Genosha and having Nightcrawler stopping these pirates essentially with, I forget the character's name, that was trying to steal them for this TV show, you know, that one of these mutants or whatever for this, for entertainment purposes or whatever. I forget the name of the character, but it was a really strong episode in terms of showing Nightcrawler and how he learned from when he was found by Professor X, and how Professor X was the first one to actually help him. And so he, in turn, was helping them, helping these mutants out who needed the help because he was helped at one point. So it really shows that Professor X had a lasting impact on Nightcrawler. So without further ado, guys, I'm ready. Let's get into now. Episode 7, Wolverine versus Hulk. Let's go. What the fuck? God. Jesus Christ. What happened there? Oh, wow. Okay.
Surrender. That's funny. I was just about to tell you the same thing, bub.
Bub. Is that Nick Fury?
What is this?
That has to be Nick Fury, right?
Who are you people? Director Fury, sir. MRD, we're pulling out now. I've got something you might be able to help me with. An old sparring partner of yours, actually. The Hulk. He's been spotted in the Canadian Rockies. Catherine Pride, Robert Drake, Scott Summers, Aurora Monroe, Henry McCoy, Kurt Wagner. Do you need me to keep going? Nice school you rebuilt there in Westchester, by the way. SHIELD wants you to deal with the Hulk permanently. You do this, and the names and location of the X-Men stay secret. That's the deal.
The deal. It's not really a deal.
One day, Fury, you and me are gonna have some serious words.
See, that's not the Hulk.
Fun, right?
Oh, wow, that was a different suit.
Oh, crud.
Oh, crud. Take some snow in your face. Wow.
Bruce Banner, a.k.a. the Hulk. Nick Fury says hi, by the way. Fury? Yeah. Some nonsense about a hiker falling under a mystical curse, turning him into Bigfoot. But people were being hurt.
The Wendigo.
So Fury came to me for help. I know a thing or two about monsters. They needed a cure. Equally important, they needed bait.
Oh, they needed bait. Okay.
We're not alone out here. It's tracking us. What should we do?
Wow. Holy shit. Okay. What?
Creature. The Wendigo. Its bite must have infected other people.
Ooh. Okay. I guess all these people will turn back once the original Wendigo is taken down or something, I'm guessing.
Hey, furball. Don't think I forgot about you.
What happened? See the fight going on? Okay. I like he's just throwing him around because you can't show Wolverine stabbing. Oh shit. Oh shit. Exactly. I'm going to use one of you motherfuckers to hit another one of you motherfuckers. Is he biting his foot?
Hulk, remember you!
Oh, shit. Not this again. Not this again.
Hulk, behind! Hulk, not a behind!
Hulk, not a behind.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Fury. Mystical curse my...
Oh, shit.
Little man, not so stupid after all.
Little man, that's so stupid.
And you knew right where the monster was. Of course, it's pretty easy information to get when you created it all. You purposely created that thing? For what? A super soldier? A monster under your control? What are you doing? Hulk wanted to thank you too. Have fun, Fury.
Yeah, but there you have it, guys. This was a really, really good episode. I kind of assumed early on, just from the opening, that it was the Wendigo, and it actually wasn't the Hulk attacking these people, people going back to the helicopter or whatever, because we see this giant white creature, run by and shit. I'm like, it's not the Hulk. And then we see the Hulk jumping up to the helicopter. I'm like, that's not the same creature. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the Hulk doing this. So I'm assuming it was Wendigo, but I wasn't sure. Because, who knows, they could always throw some curveball or whatever. Because at this point, as I've learned that assuming something, you're going to be wrong half the time, roughly. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to just jump to conclusions. But once Banner said there's a curse, I'm like, Wendigo. But then, there's even more of a twist, because it really isn't a curse at all, because it was all S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury, along with S.H.I.E.L.D., created the monster, the Wendigo, from a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and they were trying to cover it up by saying, oh, it's some sort of curse, and then we're gonna get Banner to create a cure for this, but we're going to actually throw him out of the helicopter as bait for the Wendigo, and then they ended up not even having, the cure worked, but still, it's like they didn't even fucking use it. And then all those agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all those agents, they were out in there trying to get the helicopter. They all got turned. They all got turned into other monsters. Like, and it was so funny how they all looked exactly the same, except for the original Wendigo had a very different look. They all, I guess, to not make the designs too crazy, they had just one original design, and then the rest all look pretty much the same, like a gray Wendigo or whatever, to show their offspring or something, or created by the original Wendigo. So interesting turn there. I think having the title Wolverine versus Hulk, or Hulk versus Wolverine, whatever the title was, whichever one goes first, I think that was smart. My only thing was I wish they wouldn't have shown, like, quickly seeing the Wendigo, because it was clearly not the Hulk. Clearly not the Hulk. So I kind of wish they didn't show that. Maybe show that people are being taken away, dragged away, something, but you're not seeing what it actually, because once you see that something runs by and it's clearly not the design of the Hulk, it's clear as day, it kind of gives it away a little bit. So maybe you could have hid that a little bit, and then showing the Hulk jumping up. Like, oh, was the Hulk dragging these people away? What? And then you realize, no, it's the Wendigo. So I kind of wish they would have handled that a little bit better in terms of not showing that in the opening, because I started to assume, okay, this is clearly not Hulk now. So, but maybe if you're a kid watching, maybe you don't really notice it, or you're just assuming it's the Hulk. So maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what the right direction is there, but still, it was fun. Great action throughout this episode. Nick Fury is a dick. He's a dick in this. I mean, he's sitting there, he's like, he buys Logan a cup of coffee. We have a Hulk problem. Well, it's actually not a Hulk problem. It's actually a Wendigo problem that you created, Nick Fury, but whatever. So, as Logan's walking away, saying, good luck with that, he ain't going to deal with that, because once you remind him of the Hulk, we see him jump down, jump from into the sky down, I guess, on him to attack him. Just walking away, and Nick Fury starts just naming he starts naming the X-Men like they're actual legit names. And not like, he wasn't saying Beast and Rogue and all the, like, Storm, he was saying their actual names, basically, like, I could give this information. He's like, this information getting in the wrong hands, so you're going to help me. Then at the end of the episode, even when he's been exposed for what he did, he's like, I don't answer you two. You guys are just tools, like, basically to help me out when I need you. Like, why are you an asshole? Why are you an asshole, Nick Fury? Because he doesn't have to be. Because, I guess because after watching Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes and seeing how Nick Fury was handled on that show, I just feel like, just with Nick Fury in general, he doesn't have to be that way. He doesn't have to be this piece of crap, essentially, who's running an organization and running S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, if you really need Bruce Banner, do you really need the Hulk? You really need Wolverine? Do you have to be an ass about it? No, you don't. But the fact that he's an ass, I just love how they're exposing all this. He punches Bruce in the face, and then, of course, Wolverine gets sent flying out of there. But he's like, good luck with that, Fury, because the Hulk wanted to say hello. Like, it's just going to be a disaster. So, the thing is, too, what if Hulk kills Nick Fury? What if he kills a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents out of anger? Like, how are you going to fix that? There's no way to fix that. It was a good reveal, though. To have the Wendigo reveal and everything, because, I mean, even though it was kind of obvious from the beginning, it was still good in a sense of that, hey, we're going to throw in this in the mix, too, because this could have been a true Wolverine versus Hulk episode, which I would have been fine with personally, but I like the fact there was more layers to it, and then the reveal that there was other Wendigos as well, because Bruce's like, wait, there was something else. I'm like, oh, okay, what? It's like, it bites affects other people, and they turn into Wendigos too. Well, of course they do. Of course it does. The opening of this episode was also kind of funny too. Not the actual opening in the woods or whatever, in the forest with the Wendigo and the Hulk and everything, when Wolverine is like attacked by the MRD. Is it the MRD? Oh my god, we just had the TVA with Loki I just watched. So I mean, yeah, so I'm trying to remember all this stuff. But anyways, yeah, so then they were told to walk away because now S.H.I.E.L.D.'s here. It's like, well, I have orders. It doesn't matter if you have orders. We got our own stuff going on here. But I'm excited to see what happens next after this episode, because it's just so fun. It's just so fun, and I'm just liking how everything. I just love how two things. One, we show Bruce getting to the helicopter, and then we see where the original Wendigo is chasing after Bruce, and we see Wolverine just all just like beaten to shit. Like his clothes are destroyed. He's like, I'm not done with you. It's just like, what happened in between the time Bruce ran to the helicopter? And two, I was going to mention a second ago, but I got sidetracked. The flashback, where Hulk's like, I remember you. I just like how he remembers Wolverine. He's like, just like sees him like, I remember you. We get that flashback. We see for maybe a second and a half, 2 seconds, we see an older Wolverine costume. Like, it would have been I guess his first or second, like, because it looked different. Like the mask was different, and I think the design was a little bit different too. I kind of wish we would have seen more of that. That's something I kind of wish we would have seen more of, was maybe a flashback to their original fight, maybe, and how it might tie into this, what's happening here. I'm not really sure, but I like how they played it to where Hulk remembers Wolverine immediately. Like, I remember you. And then when he's Bruce, he's like, do I know you? Like, he has no clue. He has no recollection. And so I think it's interesting how Bruce has, like, these vivid flashes of memories the Hulk had. But when he goes to actually, he just doesn't remember Wolverine at all. He has no idea. He's like, oh, okay. He had no clue. I thought that was interesting. It's pretty interesting about how, because sometimes they play it in the comics where Bruce and Hulk, like, Bruce can remember a lot of stuff the Hulk went through, so he kind of remembers a lot of stuff but in this instance, it's like he sees flashes of it, but it's not really connecting all the time. And in this instance, he's like, you fought Wolverine before. Hulk clearly remembers him, but Bruce doesn't. That was interesting. So, anyways, I'm done rambling, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this episode of Wolverine and the X-Men. This was really, really fun. And, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you guys soon.